Paltrocast.
Diego, how is your day going aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again?
It's good. It's good. Just sipping some coffee in this coffee mug my girlfriend got me right here. But it's good. Yeah. Excited to have the movie come out January 26th. So,
Is
getting ready
there
for that.
is there coffee in the coffee cup, or because it's late in the day, has it gone to water?
I just finished it all. I just drank it all, but it was so good. My girlfriend makes the best coffee. I actually wasn't a coffee guy. My girlfriend turned me into a coffee guy.
Really? What were you before then? An energy drink person?
No, no, nothing. Maybe like black tea occasionally.
So
But
you're just
yeah, I
naturally
like to like not be dependent on anything. Um, but it's safe to say I'm pretty dependent on coffee now.
yeah, I wish I could go back to the days when I didn't need water or energy drinks. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're here to talk about Bad Hombres. When did you actually film Bad Hombres?
Great question. We shot this movie uh February 2021, all of February. It was a 1 month shoot, I believe.
Wow, so that was back when people didn't know how to make movies in the midst of COVID.
Yeah. We had the mask, we had all of that stuff. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Wow, so every day the on-site swab up your nose kind of situation?
Yeah. And every day everybody was scared. They were like, shit, am I gonna get it? Are we gonna cancel production? They were like, don't go out, don't go to the store to buy that. Stay in your hotel. Yeah.
Well, yourself included, it is a great cast. A lot of films, they just have two or three people you recognize. This film has at least seven. And had you worked with any of the people before? Because Thomas Jane, there's a Hemsworth,
I've
there's
I've
Tyrese.
never worked with no, it's safe to say I've never worked with any one of them prior to that film, but I was very aware of their I guess presence in cinema, right? I grew up watching their movies and TV shows, obviously Fast and the Furious, obviously The Punisher, One Tree Hill, Paul Johansson, Queen of the South, Hemky Madera. So I was aware. I was very aware. I think the one where I've probably fanboyed the most is probably working with Nick Cassavetes. Obviously, director of The Notebook, John Q, Alpha Dog, one of my favorite movies of all time. It was such a surreal moment, and I think hopefully I didn't fanboy too hard when I asked for that selfie with him. But I would like to definitely work with him again, along with John Stahlberg. John Stahlberg just he knows everything and anything about cinema, and I definitely want to collaborate with him again as well.
Not just the director, also wrote the story for the film. That's kind of a rare thing these days, where the director also comes up the story.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Amazing writer.
So you mentioned 2021 is when you filmed this, and On My Block was also ending in 2021. So did you go straight from one to the other?
Oh shoot, you know what? I meant 2022. I'm sorry. It was
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I get my dates mixed up. Yeah, so I wrapped up on my block, and then I went to Budapest to shoot Knights of the Zodiac, and then right when I came back, I had like a couple weeks off, and then I went into production for Bad Hombres in 2022. Yeah, that's right. Man, time flies by. I forgot it's 2024.
Two, 2021, 2022, they can be super lumped in together in some
Yeah.
respects. Like, we remember 2020 distinctly. I think we
Yeah.
remember 2023, but those 2 years, you're not wrong right there.
Yeah. No, thank you for catching me on that. Yeah, it was a hectic ride, right? With everything. I tell, I teach an online acting studio called the Actors Campus, and I tell all my actors inside of there, I'm like, guys, undeniably, the 20s of this century have been the most difficult for an actor. I mean,
Mhm.
we're talking pandemic, COVID, mask mandates, all of this stuff on set that interacts and interferes with the craft and the ability to work. And then you get the writer strike, you get the freaking actor strike. There was so much that got thrown our way. So I tell everybody, I'm like, if we can survive all of that, if we've made it past all of that as actors, we're gonna be okay for the next 10 years.
You left out two big ones right there. Movie theaters nearly crumbling because everything went to on demand. And I think we've seen like three or four streamers rise and fall within the last 5 years. You remember Quibi?
I do actually, yeah, but it was like the short form movies, right?
And then silently, like Roku bought that catalog for a couple of dollars, and people don't realize those are the Quibi shows.
Oh my goodness, yeah, man, it's been an interesting decade in cinema in Hollywood.
Well, that ties into something that I'm curious about because nowadays everything is back to the theaters or it's a
Mm,
limited theater thing and then it goes to on demand and digital. In
mm.
this case, when you were making Bad Hombres, did you have any sense of this is a streamer, this is a limited theater kind of thing?
Oh, that's a great question. I truly I didn't even ask, and maybe it's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing, right? I was just so excited to work with the talent, and John was so passionate about it that I was like, man, this guy has a vision. I want to be a part of this vision. He's the captain of the ship. Let me be the right hand man on this ship. And nevertheless, the goal remains the same, right? To give a authentic performance and bring it to life and to honor the story and honor the truth. So truthfully, I didn't even think about that, but as the day approaches, I'm sure that I believe that we can watch the movie on yeah, like you said, uh, Amazon will have it, Apple TV will have it. You could buy it or rent it there, and then some theaters too will have it. Yeah,
Exactly. In theaters and on demand, I think it's January 26th and then DVD 6 or so weeks later. But anyway,
yeah.
it's a new movie to us. It's an old movie to you. You are a working actor and teacher. Are we allowed to know what's next, or do we have to wait for the Hollywood Reporter to say so?
Oh, no, no. So right now, like I mentioned, I have a 100% online acting studio where I'm teaching anybody and everybody how to essentially do what I've done, right? At the most cost-effective rate, at the safest and clearest way, and it's hands-on. I teach it, right? Everything there is I teach it. But again, human beings have been human beings since the beginning of time, and I think that social interaction in person is something that we not only crave as human beings, but especially as artists. So my next goal right now is to open up an in-person acting studio in my hometown or maybe in Orange County, maybe in LA. We'll see what happens. And then on top of that, I'm also working on a boxing movie production and a horror film production. So we're in the final stages of writing those, and we got a great team attached. And now the next stage is just going to be getting onto set, filming those two bad boys, and then bringing them to life.
Is that hometown Cleveland or is that a Wikipedia lie?
No, that's I saw that as well. No, it's my hometown is Corona, California.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
but
totally a West Coast
we
person.
didn't start the coronavirus though.
Why do they think you're an Ohio person?
I don't know. I saw that as well. I think it was my IMDb or my Wikipedia. I was like, Ohio. I was like, that's new.
Yeah, you're a
I
California.
wish that'd be pretty cool.
There you go. And the last point of curiosity I have before I let you go is obviously you're focused on the craft because you're not just on camera, but you're teaching the next generations
Yeah.
of performers. But when you're not doing all that, what's the number two passion? Because these days, actors are not just actors. You usually
Yeah.
find that they're budding entrepreneurs, singer songwriters,
Yeah.
etc. Is there
Yeah.
another thing from you, Diego?
Oh man, I wish I was talented enough to be singing and writing music. No, I mean I think when I'm not working on a set and when I'm not teaching, I just like to hang out with my girlfriend, my family, my day ones, hang out. Uh, Maybe hit the gym, go to jujitsu, hit the boxing gym, just to stay activated, stay out of trouble. I think something that I struggle with at least is like if I'm not constantly occupied with something, I'm getting into a little bit of trouble, and that's the last thing I want to do for my career, man. I mean, my parents didn't come this far just so I can do a couple films and projects and then blow it. So I'm just trying to stay focused. I think that's half the battle, like Muhammad Ali says. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, half the battle is just staying out of this place and that place and out of this and that. So just trying to take the advice from the greats and hopefully become one of the greats.
So you just quoted Muhammad Ali. You mentioned a boxing movie being in process for you and boxing being one of the hobbies. So in other words, it's not going to be a crappy boxing film made by non-boxing people. It's going to be a
Hell
legit
no.
one.
Well, we got a very legit project here, and I'm only gonna make it if we get the right people, the right team, the right budget, all of that stuff. I'd do the movie for free. I'm not in this game to make money, really. I'm not in this game to like make a big buck, cash out, and then screw the movie. It turns out bad. I want to make the best possible movies. Money comes and goes if you're passionate and if you're true to your work, but again, if you're not true and passionate about your work, then you're gonna get shitty work, and no one's gonna want to watch it. You know what I mean? And that's
Well,
just the raw truth, right?
I'm glad to hear that the best is yet to come, and I guess we'll have to keep checking the IMDb and the Hollywood Reporter and Variety embargoes to know what's next. But I'm glad that there is great stuff coming from you soon, Diego. And thank you for your time, and congrats on Bad Hombres.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Paltrocast.